Hey everyone, welcome to Wild Breakaway with Ben Clymer. I'm Audra Martin. The Minnesota Wild were hoping the energy here at the XL Energy Center would help push them into the win column for the first time this season. Unfortunately, those first points of the year are going to have to wait a few days to come to fruition because it was a tough 7-4 loss here in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, Sidney Crosby and company came into town and they were very direct in their impact. That first shift, maybe the only shift of the entire game, Sidney Crosby didn't factor. After that, 87 was a treat to watch. That was, well, fun for Minnesota Wild fans, tough for the Minnesota Wild scoreboard.
It was a tough second period. 6 goals scored overall, but 4 of them going to the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it just proved to be too much for the Wild to overcome. So again, a 7-4 loss, and it's the first time in team history that the Minnesota Wild lose in regulation in the home opener here at the XL Energy Center. Now they stand as the only team in the league without a single point on the season so far. So yes, they finally broke through, scoring more than 2 goals for the first time this season, but defense continues to be a problem as they give up 7 to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
That's what I just finished saying in there. I says, look, we've given up 21 goals in 4 games. I mean, for a team that takes a lot of pride since I've been here in being one of the better defensive teams for the most part. And so it's, if we're not, today we finally got more than 2 goals, but goal scoring is not going to be our forte. Defending has got to be our forte if we're going to win.
The Wild would look to get things back on track as they head north of the border for 3 games in a 4-day stretch. But the reason for optimism is, hey, look at this track record. You start with the Ottawa Senators, and the Wild have a chance to win their 7th straight against them. 9 wins in the last 11 against Toronto, and then they have a chance to extend a very hefty winning streak against the Montreal Canadiens as well. So they have won 24 of the last 26 games against those 3 teams. This is a prime opportunity for the Wild, and they have to find a way to take advantage.
Well, you're right. They have to find a way to take advantage of one of the worst teams in the National Hockey League in the Ottawa Senators. This is a team that is significantly under the cap in real dollars out the door, something like $38 million of actual dollars moving to their players. The Minnesota Wild just have to make sure they come in. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to get those points, but make sure you come determined and make sure you come and do your job, just like several of the fourth-line lower-end players did for the Minnesota Wild. I thought Hartman was super impactful. Foligno, we talked about, Hunt and what he's done. More players need to come in with their mindset.
All right, well, we will see if the Wilds can figure things out to get their first win of the season. So far, it's an 0-4-0 start for the Minnesota Wild. We look forward to seeing you on Monday morning, 11:30. We'll get you started with Wild Live. We'll see you then. For Ben Clymer, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us tonight on Wild Breakaway.